So XMLs will play a major role in web applications. Why? Because um, like XML is a unified language. Like XML is a suppose if you see Java, if you see ASP.NET, if you see some other things, those are like platform language dependence. But XML is it's a kind of global technology as or universal technology. Okay, by using XML, you can share the data, and XMLs are user-defined languages, like user-defined script. I will write some XML file so that you will. I will show some XML file. So XML is a extensive markup language. Do you have any idea on XMLs? XML files. Hello. Hello.
I don't have any idea.
Yeah. I'll open one XML file.
Like until before, like creating the master pages, I learned little bit before, but after the course, after the your what you're saying after the master pages, I did not have any idea.
So this is XML file.
Okay.
Okay. So every XML file will have a root tag. This is called root tag. Okay.
Okay.
So it will mention the version of the XML and the encoding technique like UTF-8. So these are the encoding techniques. Okay. And this is your complete XML file. And XML file has tags. We'll call it as a tag. Root is a tag. Okay. So if you see, this is a root is one tag, and this is a closing tag. Opening tag will be specified like this, and the closing tag will be specified like this. And within this root you have customer. Okay, and this is a customer opening tag, and this is a customer closing tag. And in that, in root, customer is the child tag. Okay, in customer, first name is a child tag, and last name is a one more child tag, and address is one more child tag. Okay, and here for customer, this id1 is a attribute for this customer. Okay, this is one tag, and this is one tag, this is one tag, this is one tag, this is one tag, and the root is one tag. And here the XML file, like whatever tags you want, and the tag definition, everything, it will be user defined. You can define your own XML tags. So I will create one new XML file, add new file. So this is XML, open it. Okay, so this is the, you can define your own tags. Like students. Okay, student name. This is one tag, and this is the attribute. This is student is complete tag, and you can define one more tag. So who defined these tags? Who defined the students? You only defined it. I only defined it. Okay. So here when you are writing XMLs, the thumb rule is whenever you open any tag, you should close it. See, I opened students tag, right? I have to close it. I opened student tag and I closed it. I opened name tag, I closed it. And there is no limit, like one tag can contain multiple childs. So this is name is a child, qualification. Again, this name can contain again some child tags. Okay, and this is attribute. You are only defining it. So XML is a user defined like technique. There is no hard rules for XML. You can define your own XML file, and even like interpreting XML file is very easy. So by seeing this XML file, what you are understanding, this data is related to students. Okay, and I have here two students and their names, qualifications, and date of births I reported in this file. And if you see this company, okay, so this is the root is the tag, and in the tag I have customers. Okay, customer ID 1, his first name, last name, address. Okay, and defining now, can you define your own XML file?
Yes.
So there is no limit. So there is no rules and regulations, but the rules and regulations are there. You open a tag, you should close it. Okay.
Like HTML.
HTML again, it's a not user defined like HTML only, but HTML
Yeah.
is a it's not a user defined technology. Like it's not the tags in HTML are not user defined. They are
Okay.
system defined. Whatever tags you have there in the HTML, you have to use those tags only.
Okay.
But here no one will define the customer. You are defining the customer.
Okay.
Okay. In HTML you have HTML tag, okay, body tag, head tag, all those are defined by someone else and you are using them. But here you can
Okay.
define your own XMLs. So
Okay.
the advantage of using XMLs are it's a user defined XML file, okay, and the data will be like you can interpret the data easily because the data itself is self-descriptive. By seeing the XML file, you can understand what kind of data that XML file is holding. Okay, so and so that's why most of the firewalls they will not stop XML files because it's a unified language. Every language will understand XMLs. Like few firewalls will stop some unknown file extensions. Suppose if you create one new file, there are many file extensions, right? So some firewalls they will restrict some of the file extensions because they don't know the type of the file and the data in that file. Okay, so that's why they will block those file extensions. But XML is a unified language, okay, to share the data. So to share the data between your servers, between your applications, between your firewalls, XML is the XML will support extensively. Okay, so that's why so every application like has their own predefined classes to write and read XMLs. Okay, so even your web.config is an XML file. In your web applications, if you see, this is your web.config. Yeah, see, web.config is an XML file. If you see on top XML, so this web.config will be used to store your configuration information. Your configuration information for your application. So now we'll see how to read XML files and write XML files. So here I have write XML file. So I created one web form, write xml.aspx. Okay, in the page load, I'm calling a method write xml. I'm calling this method write xml file. Okay, so XML text writer will be used to write your XMLs. Okay, and in order to use XML text writer, you have to use this namespace using system.xml. So using system.xml will contain all the classes related to your XMLs. Okay. Okay. So if you don't use this system.xml, you cannot use the class. Okay. So immediately it will give error. The namespace was not included. Okay. So this XML text writer will be used to write your XML file. So I'm creating object of my XML text writer. I'm giving server.map path. If you don't give server.map path, what will happen? This my sample will be created in C folder like this. It will store somewhere else, like in C folder, program files. Okay, so somewhere it will store. If you use server, so the problem here, okay, if you don't use server.map path, where this file located in this location, right? So C personalized demos, my sample, my web sample. So in this complete path it will treat. Okay, and if you give server.map path, so this is in this location, right? So within this location it will create the file. So why we need server.map path? So now in the development, this file I kept it in C folder. Okay, I'm not sure when I deploy it into the server, it might be in some other folder. It might be in some C folder or D folder or F folder. Okay, so we should not give the paths, hard-coded paths. Server.map path means wherever you store this application, so from there it will treat the path. So here in the same folder you gave my sample, right? So where your file has been loaded, in the same folder it will create the my sample XML. Okay, if you want, you just remove the server.map path and check. We'll execute. We'll remove the server.map path and we will. Okay. So then obj.write start document. So this will write this piece of code obj.write start document. Right. These are the methods of your XML text writer. Okay. obj.write start document will write this line of code. We need this line of code compulsory. To create XML file, we need this line of code. Okay. So then start element. So it will create a start element called students. Okay. Then within that it will create one more start element student, and for that student the ID will be 1. Okay. And again it will start one more start element names and one more element string. So element string means it will create a tag name, it will close it, and within that it will write Srini, and again element string, it will create one more tag, it will close, and within that it will give the value 23, and right end element, this is for this start element. Okay, right end element, this is for this start element, and right end element, see 1 2 3, how many start elements? 1 2 right? 1, 2, 3. So it has 3 end elements. You got it? Here I have students is one start element, student is one start element, names is one start element, and for those 3 start elements, I have 3 end elements. And finally, I am closing object. Okay. So we'll
Okay.
see where it will create. If you see the file structure, then you will understand. I'll execute this. See. C program files x86, IAS, Express. So there it's trying to write the file. If you don't give the path, it will try to. So whenever you are executing this file in IAS, you will execute the file, right? So there it will try to create the file. So we are not sure in the same path you will have when you deploy this application, it will be deployed in the same path. And you might have access to that location, or you might not have the access to that location. So that's why we'll use server.mappath. So when you are using server.mappath, so it will always treat the current location only. So the location of this file is this one, right? So from here it will treat. From here it will treat. I gave my sample, then it will create in the root folder only. If we give some other folder, my xml dot some folder, then it will create the folder structure and it will create the file within the same folder. Okay. So server.map path is called relative path. If you don't give the server.map path, it will take it as a absolute path. Absolute path means from C it will treat. Relative path means the location where you are storing your application. From there it will treat the path. So it might create the file already. Sample dot search here my sample, right? What is the file name I gave? My sample. Just stop it. Stop the solution. You can't show all files. Yeah, my sample. So this is the file. So you can open that. You can open all your XML files in the browser. Open with browser. So go to the location. There is my sample. Right click, open with browser. Okay. So students, okay, student ID. So we'll go through the code. See, what is the first statement? Write start document, right? So this one created this document, this first document. Okay, XML write start document means it will always write this document, not students. This one XML version 1.0. Then I'm writing start element, so it will create the students. Okay, then again I'm writing one more start element and the name is student. Okay, so it will create student. Then after that I am providing attribute string, write attribute string id equal to 1. So for this student tag, it will add id as an attribute and the value will be 1. See, id 1. Then I am creating one more start element, names. Okay, so this is names. Then again I am starting element string and provided name and the value will be 1. So when you use element string, so one open tag will be created and the closed tag will be created, and whatever you provided the value Srini, that will be the value for the tag. So then again I am using one more element string and the element string name will be age and the value will be 23. So this will create age and it will close the age and the value will be 23. Okay, then after this statement I have three end elements. So whenever you have three end elements, it will see the previous three start elements. So the previous three start elements are names, students and student. Name, student and students. So it will write the related end elements for the open start elements. Finally, it will create the XML. So if you want to write something, if you want to create one more child element for this name, you can do that. You have to again write a start element. So by using XML class, XML text writer, you will create the XML files. Do you have any questions on this?
Understood.
I didn't get you. You have any questions?
Yeah, I understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is one part, writing XMLs. Okay.
Okay.
So we have reading XMLs also. When you have writing XML, when you are writing, you are able to write XMLs. You have to even read the XML also. Okay. So now we will see how to read an XML file. So we will take this XML file for reading purpose. Okay. And we have XML. Write XML. Menu.asp. XML form.aspx. Okay, so this XML form.aspx page I'm using to read an XML file. Okay, and the contents of the XML file I will assign it to this list box. The contents of the XML file I will assign it to this list box. So I will see how to do that. First I will execute the code and I will my company XML, right? Yeah, I'll execute the code, then we will see how to we will go through the code. Okay, so this is the first element, XML document. You're able to see, or shall I increase the, yeah. So this is the first XML document. Then root is the tag, customer is one more tag, and for that ID is one. F name, the value will be Tahir. Last name, the value will be Nasir. Address. Okay, this is our first tag, and this is our second tag. Okay, and this is our third tag, and fourth tag, fifth tag. So we'll see how this XML writer is working, reader is working. So for XML, in order to read your XML file, you use the XML text reader. Okay, so this will, and again you are using server.map path to relate it to the current folder, and I am giving the my company.xml. If it is in some other folder, you have to give the complete path. Okay, so reader, I am creating object of my XML text reader. Then reader dot white space handling I am giving none. So if you have any white spaces, it will ignore them in your XML file. If you have a white space, in the sense empty spaces, okay, then I am creating object of my XML document. So XML document is the class, XML class, which will load your complete XML file, and you can navigate it to the, like, wherever you want. Suppose all are tags only, right? So if you want the first customer, you can get the first customer. It is dynamic. So whatever like tags you have, you can go to the fourth tag, fifth tag, like that. So it completely loads your XML file. See, XML doc load reader. So this reader is addressing your, this reader contains address of your XML file. So I am loading this XML file into this XML object, XML document. So I am closing the reader. Okay, then see, first LBL is the list box, items.add. I am adding XML document text, and all of your XMLs are tags or nodes. This is called one node. Okay, this is called one node, and again this is called one more node within the child node. Root is the parent node, customer is the child node, and within the customer, first name is the child node, last name is the child node. Okay, and customer and customer 1, customer 2 are the siblings. First name, last name are the siblings, but root and customer are parent and child, right? So I'm complete XML, it's a node only, right? See, this is root is one node, and again in that a customer is one more node, customer 2 is one more node. So when I say node at this level, entire file will come. When I say node at this level, only this customer ID will come. When I say node at this level, only first name will come. So that's what I'm doing. XML node equal to XML node, X node equal to XML document dot document element. Document element means it will give the complete this one. Okay. Then add with children of X node of 1. Here I have one more method. So I'm passing it to that method. So we'll execute this and you'll understand what exactly it is doing. So this code you can use it for reading any kind of XML file, any structure, whatever structure you have, you can have any kind of structure or any kind of XML file. This code is capable of reading the XML file. So we'll go through this code, we'll execute this code, then only you can understand it. See, this reader is pointing to your XML file. Okay. In XML document, I'm loading the complete XML file. If you see this XML document, Control Alt Q. Okay. So you will have outer XML. It's loading complete XML file. Your XML document is loading the contents of your complete XML file. Then, so XNode, XDoc, XML doc will contain complete XML file, and I'm creating XNode, and in that XNode, I'm assigning XML document. So see what it contains. See the outer XML. See what it has. The root tag, it removed the root tag like this XML document tag, because we should not this one. Every XML will have this tag, right? You got this? See, your XML document will contain contents of your complete XML file.
Okay.
Including this XML version and the UTF-8. But we should not process this one because it is not the data, it is the declaration of your XML file. We need only this data to process, right?
Okay.
So this XNode, I am creating XNode and I am assigning XML document dot document element. So this statement, what it will do, from a XML document, it will remove the declaration tag, and whatever data you have, now your XML XNode will contain that data. Okay, and I am passing that data to this add with children function, and it's a recursive function. We call it as a recursive function. This function will call the same function again and again. Okay, so here now this content is data from here to here, whatever we have data. Okay, and the level would be 1. Okay, then what it will do, so it will multiply the level with 2 int level. Okay, 2 into 1 means 1. So it will create the indent. So here indent means it's nothing, so it's create an object, it's create a string. Okay, so does it have that XML node have any value? Null. This root does not have any values, right? This root does not have any value. This fname has value Tahir, but this root does not have any value. So first it is checking str x node dot value, it's null. So if it is not null, it will assign that value to this str value. If it is null, it will not assign. Okay. So here start indent null XML node name, it's a root. So it will add that root as a value, and it does not have any value. So basically it is reading your XML file. If your node type is a element, so the current node is root node and its element type. So it will see whether it has any attributes or not, but this root does not have any attributes. This customer has attributes, but this root does not have any attributes. Okay, so it will check for the attributes. It has 0 attributes. Then it will check, does it have any childs? This X node is a root, right? And does it have any childs? Yes. So if it has any childs, so it will take the first child. The X node of the first child would be, see, what is that? Customer. See, for the root, what is the first child? This is customer, right? So now, while X working is not equal to null, again it will pass the X node working, that means first customer node, and it will increase the level 1 plus 1, and it will call the same method again. It will call the same method again. So now you have customer. See, F name, within the customer you have father, F name Tahir, last name Nasir, address, right? So again it will process all these things. So the first value would be, does it have any value? Customer, it has no value. Okay, so that's why it will not write. So what is the name? Customer, and value will be null. Okay, then what is the node type for that customer? It's an element. Okay, and it will check whether it has any attributes or not. Your customer has some attributes, right? So this for each loop will read those attributes. See, what is the ID and what is the value? 1. And does it have any child nodes? Yes, it has one more child node. What is that? F name. So again this F name will be sent to the same method. The same method is getting executed. And does it have any value? This time it has some value, I guess. No. F name does not. F name. Okay. And does it have any attributes? No. And does it have any child nodes? Yes. The value will be here. What is the child node? It's a first node. Okay. And again that node will be sent. So here the text value Tahir. Child nodes. Okay, this Tahir will be sent. So like this, it will process your complete XML file and it will write the data here. It is a bit difficult because the way I have written this function is, it's even though if you give any kind of XML file, you read the complete file and it will add the items to you this list box. So here we have few new things like XML node is one new class we have seen. Also
Okay.
node map and XML node and attributes, XML attributes. Okay, and these are the methods. As first child has child nodes, it's a property. First child, it's also property.
Okay.
Next sibling, it's a property. So these are the methods and properties of your. So this X node attribute dot name dot value. These are the properties of your XML classes. So does it make sense? You got anything? Or
Yeah, like I got the overview what we are doing, but I have to work on the code.
yeah, sure. You have to work it out. You have to come with your questions. So we can discuss and we can. Did we see this menu view? Not right. Let me see. Okay, tomorrow we can start with sessions and these.
Okay.
Tomorrow we'll have a class at same time.
Okay.
Raju, you there? I will implement them. Have a session at same time.
Okay.
So I'll close the session here.
Okay. Can you send me the recording because I did not record today?
Sure, sure, I will do it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.